Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Mikah, Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, so the Spirit, I'm going to go in on Jeremiah 6, the 6th chapter, verse 1. O ye sons of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee out the midst of Jerusalem, and blow the trumpet in Tekoa, and set up a sign of fire in Beth Haserem. For evil appeareth out of the north, and great destruction. Alright, so blowing the trumpet is what the prophets, that's what we do. When we teach this knowledge, we tell you to repent. When we warn you, we're blowing the trumpet. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. It's a metaphor. The Lord, a lot of times, he calls the nation of Israel the daughter of Zion, which is a metaphor for a woman, and a delicate, comely and delicate woman means a beautiful and delicate woman. So that's how Yahweh looks at the nation of Israel, because Zion is another word for Israel. So Yahweh looks at the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, as a beautiful, delicate woman. Right? In verse 3, the shepherds with their flocks shall come unto her. They shall pitch their tents against her round about. They shall feed everyone in his place. Prepare ye war against her. Arise and let us go up at noon. Woe unto us, for the day goeth away, for the shadows of the evenings are stretched out. So this is prepare ye war against her. And that's going into basically these curses that we're under. Our people are warring with spirituality. It's not a carnal warfare, it's spiritual warfare. Verse 5. Arise and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces. Alright, so that's also that physical war when our people were destroyed. Literally, Jerusalem was destroyed by the heathen as punishments because of our unfaithfulness, because of our wickedness. Verse 6, for thus hath Yahweh of hosts said, hew ye down trees and cast them out against Jerusalem. This is the city to be visited. She is holy oppression in the midst of her. Alright, so again, Yahweh, this is the only nation he deals with, is Israel. We're the only families of the earth that he cares about and that he deals with. But just like if you had kids and you would punish your kids, and that's how Yahweh is. He punishes us, and he allows the heathen to oppress us because of our shortcomings. Let me grab. Actually, I'll just keep reading. Verse 7. As a fountain casteth out her waters, so she casteth out her wickedness. Violence and spoil is heard in her. Before me continually is grief and wounds. You see, so that's how wicked our people are, like a water fountain. It's just constantly flowing. Our people are constantly wicked because they don't believe in the truth. They don't they rather be taught lies than taught the truth. When they hear the truth, they get offended. Verse 8, be thou instructed, O Jerusalem, lest my soul depart from thee, lest I make thee a desolate, a land not inhabited. Alright, so Jerusalem needs to be instructed in this truth, not by a false doctrine or a false philosophy that we've been taught here in Babylon. You need to be instructed in the truth, in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And it says, lest my soul depart from thee. So Yahweh, he's literally, especially the 2/3, he's departed from them. And to understand, 2/3, it can be anyone, basically, who doesn't, what a 2/3 is someone who doesn't believe in this truth, in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That's why his soul is departed from those people, because they've given their honor to, and they pay homage to philosophies that are not truth. You have a big example in America, Babylon, America, is Christianity. Christianity doesn't line up with the Bible. So that's why Yahweh has departed from the nation of Israel, especially the 2/3 who are in those false religions. If it don't line up with the Bible, then you gotta question it. You have to say, hey, this is not the truth. It doesn't line up with what the Bible says. Verse 9. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall thoroughly glean. The remnant of Israel is as a vine. Turn back thine hand as a grape gatherer into the baskets. So the remnant is the elect, and that's who's going to turn back. Alright? The 2/3, the heathen, this truth is not for them. Alright? It's only for the remnant of Israel right now. Yahweh's not dealing, not even with the whole nation of Israel. Only the remnant. Those are the ones who are turning back. And really, turning back, the reason why it says that is because in our past lives, we knew those names, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. It was only when we were in America, born in captivity, that we weren't taught those names. So that's why you got to turn back. Turn back to what? Turn back to what you once knew. Verse 10, to whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of Yahweh is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. And reproach means shame. So the word of Yahweh is shame to these 2/3. They don't care about it. It's like, they would rather celebrate some gay pride and pay honor and homage to that than to pay honor and homage to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. It says, behold, their ear is uncircumcised, showing you this is spiritual, all right? Because you can't circumcise an ear. It's a spiritual thing, all right? We're supposed to circumcise our hearts, meaning our minds and our hearts, Meaning circumcising your heart is, because remember, circumcision originally was a covenant with Yahweh that Abraham made with Yahweh. Or I should say Yahweh made with Abraham. But it's a covenant and an agreement. That's what circumcision deals with, an agreement. So it says here that our people the truth is unto them shame, and they have no delight in it. Meaning they don't take no delight in this truth. If anything, the majority of our people, they're offended by the truth. So that's them not having no delight in this truth. Verse 11. Therefore I am full of fury of Yahweh. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the sons abroad and upon the assembly of the young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the aged with him that is full of days. See, basically Jeremiah said he's not going to hold it in. He's going. That's the burden of a prophet, is when this word enters into us. Literally, we are having to speak against our own people, and that's why he says, "I am weary with holding it in," because why? It says, "I will pour it out upon the sons abroad and the young men, and even the husband with the wife shall be taken." So there's no discrimination. The 2/3, hey, you're going to be men with wives. You're going to be women. You're going to be old people. You're going to be young people, babies. If you're not of the remnant, you're going to be part of this destruction. You're going to be part of the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 12. And their houses shall be turned unto others, with their fields and wives together. For I will stretch out my hand upon the inhabitants of the land, saith Yahweh. See, that happened to our people. These curses came across our people because they lost. Our people don't have a true nation. Like, there's no, the nation of Israel. We don't have a country called Gad, or a country called Judah, or a country called Levi, or Benjamin. There's no countries out of our tribes. Instead, we're in captivity. We live under the heathen. And this is all punishment from Yahweh. Jeremiah 6:13. From the least of them even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, and from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely. And see, this is before Yahushua. So because Jeremiah was before Yahushua. So even the prophets and the priests were wicked as hell during the time of Jeremiah. All right? And now, thankfully for Yahushua, he got his prophets back in order. Let's read it real quick in Jeremiah 3:15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So that's what Yahushua, because of him, now Israel has pastors or prophets according to the heart, which is the mind. We have the same mind as Yahweh. Because why? Because we're using his words. I'm not reading my words, I'm reading Yahweh's words. Let's see, verse 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. And that's what America is trying to play it off like this too. Trying to act like there's peace here and everything's going to be okay. And nobody out here in America is warning the people, or really the nation of Israel. Nobody's warning them about what's about to come upon them. With this oppression, with this microchip. There's no warning about that. Instead, when they usher that in, they're not going to warn you. They're going to make it sound like something like you need. And to live in this society, you're actually going to have to take that. Otherwise, you won't be able to function in society. Jeremiah 6:15. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed. Neither could they blush, therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. And how is Yahweh going to visit us? He's going to visit us by sending Yahweh Shai and those chariots and those angels. And our people are not ashamed when they commit abominations. Like you got the Gay Pride Month, which is coming up here in June. And there's going to be lots of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that are going to participate in those abominations for one whole month. They dedicate a month to that. The alphabet people, and they're not ashamed about it. So that's why Yahweh's like, hey, I'm going to visit them, and when I visit them, they're going to be cast down. And it's not just these alphabet people. It's also anybody wicked, like I said, who's not coming in the fold of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 16. Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. So the old paths, again, because like I said earlier, the old paths, we knew this truth. We used to know the laws. We used to know the commandments. But when we were born in America, Babylon, we were never taught the old paths. All right? We weren't even taught we were Israelites. So that's why that says that here. Stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. All right? Verse 17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. And the watchmen are the prophets. We're those watchmen who Yahweh set over the Israelites. And hearken to the sound of the trumpet. Remember, when there was war in a city, the watchman would blow the trumpet to warn the people. So that's what the prophets do. Me doing this video, me going to camp, I'm blowing the trumpet. That's me blowing the trumpet. That's why it says in Isaiah 58, and 1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up the voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So as the prophets, Yahweh gives us this knowledge, and he teaches us the commandments, the statutes, the old paths, like I read earlier. And so we have to blow the trumpet. We have to warn the people. All right? So that's what we do. We warn the people. It says here, also, I'm going to read it again. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not walk. We will not hearken, meaning we will not listen. All right? And that's all the Israelites are. The 2/3, they could care less. We tell them what it is. We tell them, like the holidays, I'll use that example. We'll tell them, hey, that's not our custom. It's not our tradition. That's pagan. And when they in one ear, out the other. They don't hearken, just like it says right here. Verse 18. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people. And that word evil is bad times. Ill means bad. Eve means time. So literally that word evil, it means bad times. Because they don't hearken, they don't listen to the watchmen, they don't listen to the prophets. That's why a lot of you people are going to take that, a lot of you Israelites are going to take that microchip. It says, hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, meaning bad times, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. The 2/3, they constantly reject the law, the words. That's what makes you wicked, is when you reject this truth. I'm not saying we're all in the flesh. We all sin. We all break the laws. But the 1/3, starting out with the prophets, we're going to consider the laws. We're going to have a conscience. We're going to be We're going to feel guilty when we break the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because remember, we can't keep the laws to perfection. Verse 20. To what purpose cometh there to me incense from Sheba and the sweet cane from a far country? Your burnt offerings are not acceptable, nor your sacrifices sweet unto me. So if you're not in this truth, then your sacrifices, your offerings, they don't mean nothing to Yahweh. All right. There's a verse that speaks about you offer your kids as sacrifices. So when you're taking your kid to the Christian church, or the you take your kid to the Jehovah's Wickedness, the Kingdom Hall as they call it. You take your kid to a Catholic church, you're literally sacrificing your kid unto devils. So these are those sacrifices that are not acceptable to Yahweh. Alright? Verse 21. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people. And that's what he's done. He's laid all these stumbling blocks in front of our people. I'll give you a couple examples. One stumbling block would be the prophets. They stumble on the fact that we're the prophets. They don't believe we're the prophets. You see? They stumbled on Yahweh Shai. He was a stumbling block. They didn't believe he was the Son of God. They stumbled on these other religions, that Jesus Christ is a stumbling block. Because our people, what do? They believe in that stuff. It's a stumbling block. It says, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friend shall perish. All right? So the father and the sons of the 2/3, hey, because if a father, they're usually kids, they believe what their parents believe. So if their parent believe in Jesus Christ, well, guess what? The kids are going to believe in Jesus Christ, and they're both going to fall together. Verse 22. Thus saith Yahweh. And this is how cold Yahweh is, man. He sets you up to the point where you might even think you're doing good, and in reality, it's wickedness. Let's get this real quick in Thessalonians. First Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians 2:11. It says, I'll start at 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. You see, so the people are deceived, and that's why they're going to perish. It's because they don't receive the love of the truth. Instead, they receive lies. And actually, that's what the next verse talks about. Verse 11. And for this cause, because you're deceived, and you reject the truth. Verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So you people are so wicked and deceived, and you don't have love for the truth. So because of that, Yahweh's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to put strong delusion on you, so strong that you're going to believe a lie. And when you go into that word delusion, it means, like, even with irrefutable proof, you could show the 2/3 all the proof in the world, and they're still going to believe a lie. That's what delusion means. Like if I showed you if I told you, hey, the sky is blue, just look up and it's blue, and you're like so delusioned, you're like, nah, it's red. That's what that means, that word delusion. Even though the sky is fucking blue, you're so delusional, you're going to be still saying, oh, it's red. And the sky does look red sometimes, but I'm talking about in general. It's a blue sky. But anyway, go back to Jeremiah 6. 22. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, a people cometh from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. That north country dealing with Babylon America. That's why they call they have the North America, right? And that's where Babylon is, in North America. Verse 23, they shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses, set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion. And dealing with, these Europeans, when they came to North America, when they came to the Americas, they didn't have no mercy. And they came up with war against the daughter of Zion, which was, those that were dwelling in America was Gad, which are the North American Indians, so-called, and also the Reuben, the Seminole Indians. All right? Verse 24, we have heard the fame thereof. Our hands are waxed feeble. Anguish hath taken hold of us, and pain as of a woman in travail. And this is constantly happening to our people. Our people are under oppression, and also they're going to be under the destruction of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua when they visit the earth. Verse 25, go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side. You see that? So when Jacob trouble pops off, there's going to be enemies and fear on every side. Everywhere you look, there's going to be danger. Let's get that verse real quick. It's in Amos. So Amos, remember we read every direction there's going to be fear of enemies ready to kill you. Amos 15 and 19 says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness, not light. All right, because there's going to be people getting fucked up. It says, verse 19, this is that danger on every side. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him. So you're running from a lion, you get away from the lion, and all of a sudden there's a bear there. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So you get away from the lion and the bear, you run in the house, you think your coast is clear, you got your hand on the wall, and then a snake bites you. You see? So that's the times we're coming into. Once this microchip gets mandated, people are going to be, divided. You're going to have half the nation with microchip, half the nation with not a microchip. So you're going to have desperate people in those times. Danger everywhere. It says, verse 26, O daughter of my people, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thee mourning as for an only son. most bitter lamentation, for the spoiler shall suddenly come upon us. So see, that's the mindset we're supposed to be in. We're not supposed to be happy and trying to just have a good ass time here in Babylon and build an empire here. No, we're supposed to go into mourning, right? And it says, as just like if you lost your only son, that kind of mourning. So we should be mourning for this, for our nation, mourning for our the 1/3, hating the state of our people, hating that the fact that we're under the heathen. You shouldn't be comfortable and happy here. You should mourn here in Babylon and wish and pray for for our kingdom. Verse 27. I have set thee for a tower and a fortress among my people, that thou mayest know and try their way. They are all grievous revolters, walking with slanders. They are brass and iron. They are all corrupters. So that's our people. Wicked. The bellows are burned, and the lead is consumed of the fire. The founder melteth in vain, for the wicked are not plucked away. All right. So yeah, the wicked is going to be. Is going to if you're not in this you don't repent and come back to the old paths. All this calamity, all this grievous destruction is what's going to come to you. 30. Reprobate silver shall men call them, because Yahweh hath rejected them. Alright? So you're a reprobate, which that goes into you're not worthy of the kingdom. Alright? So that's why Yahweh's going to reject you, because you're not worthy. Why would Yahweh receive you when you couldn't receive Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua? It's only common sense. So, with that, I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rikakudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, one Eknal Akyal, who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, and shalom to the elect.